What up, what up, what up?
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Welcome to Season 2, Episode 1.
Hopefully many more to follow.
Let's hope that we don't die or pull the plug on the show, get into a bitter fight, never speak to one another again.
Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, how's it going?
Going. Long time no talking. It's been a couple weeks.
I know, it has been a couple weeks. Did see you over Christmas, though.
Yeah, I mean, we see each other every day.
Yeah, let's be real.
Like, for the sake of the podcast, we haven't spoken in a while, even though we talk about the podcast every day.
Yeah, we do.
So really, it's just a bunch of bullshit. I don't even know why we start out by saying hello. We should just pick right up with wherever we left off.
Yeah, because we've also been talking for like 45 minutes before this.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing you already.
Yeah,
actually.
I know. Jesus, let's just end it right
We
now.
could have done the full fucking season of shows before we started recording this one. Jesus. So, I mean, the reason, though, that we haven't been around, holiday season. It's the holiday season. I go splishy splash. Suck my ass.
I'm living in a marshmallow world.
Take a walk with your favorite girl.
Oh, God.
Jesus. So how was your holiday, buddy?
It was good.
How was your Christmas?
It was a lot of fun. Had some good times.
Great country, B105.
How was your Christmas?
Oh, it was fantastic. It was a very good holiday season this year. I thought we ended 2022 with a bang.
Hell yeah, we did. I think we had a good Jesus Christ.
You just looked into the distance and had a stroke.
Yeah.
I watched you. You looked up into the sky, and then you just didn't say what you were trying to say.
I think the dog stole the ping pong ball that my cat was playing with, and I think she took it upstairs.
That's potentially very dangerous.
Yeah, hopefully she doesn't demolish it. She probably will.
Well, you'll owe me 27 cents for the ping pong ball. So, no, Christmas was good.
Yeah.
So, you want to touch on anything that you got? Or
Yeah, I did get a sick mic stand that I was going
fuck
to
you.
gloat to you about.
Fuck you. I still have to hold mine like it's 1922.
Yeah, I know.
And the
Now I have my
juke joint.
now I have my hands. I can
know.
I
don't
feel
like
free.
It makes me feel weird watching you karate chop the air.
And look, check this out. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Things are fucking up.
I can fucking stretch out.
Yeah,
I can
but you've got cords attached to you. You look
Yeah.
like RoboCop before they took him off the fucking pedestal. You're just all hooked up and shit like a cyborg.
Yeah, I still have to figure it out a little bit. Like I think I just loosened the microphone, which now it's going to be loose the rest of the time, but oh well. It's not a big deal.
Well, you also have like your headphone that is not in your ear. Do you have a headphone?
Yeah, I
in your
have
ear?
one in my ear.
I never can see it, so it just looks like you are.
Well, I do it because I can hear you through the headphone as well, but I can also hear you to my right side since we sit next to each other now. And I feel like it's just easier to hear you in person.
You,
But
you kind of look like radio, like Cuba Gooding Jr. Like radio.
But I kind of want to be able to hear what we sound like just in case it gets really quiet like it does sometimes.
Does it get quiet?
Yeah, a couple times. I don't know what happens. It just randomly starts to get really quiet.
Oh, that's sad.
I know.
I think that perfectly captures us, though.
Yeah,
Just
it
the
does.
Sad, quiet loneliness that is Josh and Grant.
Because we have fucking $20 microphones.
Well, you've got your stand's almost worth more than your fucking microphone.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm definitely not liking it because I have to hold on to this like I'm Al fucking Jolson. Like I'm getting ready to sing a hymn. Like,
Well, I don't get how people for last night example at the New Year's Eve celebrations, how they hold those microphones for so goddamn long. I can't speak
you
today.
can't talk.
I don't know what's going
It's
on.
the salt. It's the salt on the KFC.
Yeah,
It's-
the KFC fries
It's
have.
the MSG. The MSG has fucked your mind up, son. So yeah, you did get a pretty slick stand. I'm very jealous because, like I said, I look like Dick Clark hosting New Year's Rockin' Eve over here, holding onto my microphone. But
Hell yeah.
the day will come, and I will have a microphone that can suck my penis and wipe my ass, and you'll be over there with your hands-free
Yeah.
bullshit. I'm not sour or bitter, though.
We need to find a cool way to rig one from the ceiling. That'd be cool.
That would be
So you can just like the WWE.
It would need to be like 5 feet long.
I know.
It would be the longest fucking thing ever.
Well, like the one in the WWE, they lower it down, and he's like
Bruce Buffer,
yeah,
like boxing.
That would be sick.
Okay, well, I don't know about that, but
yeah, that sounds kind of dumb.
That's not a good take, I don't think. So we'll edit that out because people are going to say that's dumb, Grant, and I don't want them saying that about you because I love you. All right, so yeah, you got a cool mic stand. We had good holidays.
Yeah.
It's New Year's Day today.
Yeah, it is New Year's.
So last night was New Year's Eve. We made it through that.
Barely.
Yeah. And, because I'm sick as shit today. I don't know what it was. I'm pretty sure you're trying to kill me.
I didn't try and kill you.
I'm pretty certain that you gave me whatever rancid stomach thing that you had like a week ago.
Yeah, I probably did.
Big Papa Pump over here isn't feeling the best. I'm not crushing these lattes like I normally would.
Well, that's all right. Everybody has an off day.
Well, that's true, but like I don't turn into a prince until I've had my beer. I'm just a frog right now, man.
Right.
Like
okay.
I need to get in the zone.
I
need to
gotcha.
get in that fucking auto zone, son. So happy New Year to everybody listening, to all of our supporters. Thank you for sticking it out with us through 2022. We only did a couple months there in the latter part of 2022, but I thought we ended it on a high note.
Yeah, I think so. And I think it's good that we started a season 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know we only did the first season for a few months, but
yeah,
I would say it was a successful pilot.
I agree. Now we have to decide when does season 3 pick up. Are we going to do like 26 episodes per season, or are we doing a year-long season? Like, what are we?
Guess we'll have to wait and see.
We'll wait and see. Maybe iHeartRadio will buy us, and we won't have to worry about those things.
Yeah, exactly. We'll just do it when we can.
Yeah, that's right. We'll just record. We'll just show up, get drunk, and
Yeah.
talk. That's all we have to worry about, and we'll get paid millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's never going to happen.
No, it's not. But it would be slick if it did.
That would be.
So, I did want to make mention 2 things, actually. We, of course, have our Patreon. We are up to 2 Patreon subscribers.
Whoop.
Our latest Patreon subscriber, Kelsey, also left us a review on iTunes.
Oh.
So, Kelsey is probably our biggest fan, I would say. That's not directly related to us. So we appreciate Kelsey very much. And, I did have to reach out to her and politely ask her to leave a review because despite the fact that she's listened to every episode so far,
she has yet to leave a review.
She has not done anything that we fucking asked. So she did leave us a review. I'm not going to say that she was pressured into leaving this review, but maybe she was.
Yeah, slightly.
I mean, just like when the mob comes up and they're like, hey, you probably want to do this, you listen. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of how I took this thing. But so she posted the review, and I'm going to read it because I don't know if you've read it yet.
I have not read it yet.
Okay, so she titled it Great Podcast.
Oh, real original.
Oh, shit. Grant's coming after you, Kelsey. So she put, this podcast is truly hilarious. The hosts compliment each other so well, and their banter is so funny. Many times I've had to stop what I'm doing because I'm laughing so hard. I guess she turned into a Korean woman in the middle of writing this because it definitely says, I'm doing because I'm laughing so hard. The episodes get better and better each week. Super refreshing and a great thing to look forward to each week. So a very sweet review. Thank you, Kelsey.
Yes, thank you, Kelsey.
Maybe you would want to look at that before you post it so that you would see that you turned into a 56-year-old Vietnamese woman in the midst of writing it, but we will allow that to continue. So again, shout out to Kelsey for doing that. Thank you. And thank you for subscribing to the Patreon. Hopefully you enjoy the bonus content. So what else is new here? We got a TikTok. We got a TikTok going.
Yeah.
That was a recommendation from Faith, my wife's sister. She said, "Hey, why don't you guys just do a TikTok? That would be a lot of fun."
Yeah.
And you don't seem so sold on it.
Well, I mean, they're literally getting all your information right now off your phone, all your keystrokes, everything. But I mean, fuck it, I'll do it.
If they want to watch farm animals have sex with women, that's fine. Let them fucking see my keystrokes. They'll also see my beat strokes because that's what I'm doing. OG.
Yeah.
513.
Well, hopefully it doesn't get banned before we get too famous on it.
There's been talk of TikTok being banned for 10 years.
Yeah, that's true. It's probably never going to happen.
It's a conglomerate that rules the world. And
yeah,
I will
exactly.
be one of the sheep if it means that we reach someone new.
Right.
But you know what? It's pretty impressive. Like, I've only posted a few videos to it.
Yeah, you sent me, I think, all of them, actually.
Yeah, I would say.
Well, and we did one together, too.
Yeah, we did one on Christmas.
Yeah.
We're going to do one here today, but mostly I've, used stitched photographs that I've taken.
Right.
Just to get familiar with it, to gauge. So we've got 4 videos up, and combined, I mean, we've got probably 3,000-4,000 views.
Hell yeah.
We've got almost 100 likes.
Oh,
so that's not too bad because the content sucks so far.
It does really
it's
suck.
It's not like I'm posting good shit.
Yeah, we're not really trying that hard yet.
I think the best received one so far is the one of you and your early onset dementia. The likes really started rolling in on that one. So if you haven't been to our TikTok, go check it out. It's Beards and Beers podcast. Or actually, it's just Beards and Beers pod. I'm sorry. I got real gangsta there when I named it.
Yeah.
Just didn't finish putting the cast on. I just put the pod. But check us out. We'll have continued content on there as we move along through the year.
Yeah, I'm excited to get going with that. That'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll do some stuff and have a lot of fun. So definitely check us out on TikTok.
Well, before we get into this next thing, I wanted to say something actually did crazy, or kind of crazy, happened to me and Emily over this holiday break.
Oh, tell.
So we went to Frisch's that night the winter storm was supposed to hit, or it might have been the night before, actually. And so it got really cold. And me and Emily weren't dressed the nicest. We were in sweatpants, basically our pajamas for the night, because it was a later trip out. They were only open for about another hour and a half when we went. And so we're sitting there eating. We get our food. We kind of are finishing up. And the waitress brings our check. And she goes, "Now you guys don't need to hurry out here. It's cold outside. Make sure you stay in the warm." And so she's like, we're open till 10. Just stay as long as you need. It's really cold outside. And me and Emily were like, man, that was a really weird thing to say. That was very in depth. I mean, I know they're not trying to rush you out when they give you your check, but they don't normally go into that detail. So we think for sure she thought we were homeless.
So you think that she thought you guys were just some vagabonds?
Yeah.
What did you order? What was your order there?
I got a big boy, or a super big boy, whatever they're called now, and Emily just got breakfast, the big boy breakfast or whatever.
So I mean, it was a decent meal.
It's
not
like
you were eating saltines.
Right. It's not like we ordered a bowl of chili or something, and that was it. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. I definitely think she thought we were homeless, though. And maybe it was our attire we were wearing.
Maybe she wanted you to hang out until they closed, because when they closed, it turns into a sex club.
That could be. I didn't think about that.
She's like, "Oh no, guys, don't go anywhere.
We want you
here. We want those sweet asses."
Yeah, but we thought that was pretty hilarious, and I thought I should bring it up. The waitress was honestly the best waitress I've ever had at a Frisch's.
I mean, that's not saying a lot, because normally Frisch's doesn't have the best service, period.
Yeah, no. But this was exceptional. She checked on us while we had our food. She gave us refills when we needed refills. She was on it. Granted, there was 4 other people in there, but
you guys were just the only ones in there. That's why you got all the love and attention.
Right.
Well, for the people who may be listening to this that's not from the region, Frisch's is very similar to Bob's Big Boy. It's actually is a part of that brand.
Right. Is it all over the United States? Or?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's very spotty. So our listeners in the UK, and Jordan, they have no clue what Frisch's is.
Well,
but
it's just a fast food place that you can go eat, essentially.
Yeah, it's. I would say it's a fast casual.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not necessarily. It's not like Burger King.
Right.
But
Well, they probably don't know what Burger King is either.
Yeah, Burger King's everywhere.
You think so?
Yeah, it is.
I know it's in Australia.
You don't think Burger King's everywhere?
No, there's no way.
Yeah, Burger King's everywhere, son. They hand out those fucking coops.
It has to.
Right.
It has to be named something different.
Yeah.
I bet it's like King Burger.
Yeah, Burger King, McDonald's, your big ones are everywhere. Even KFC's
well, I know McDonald's.
everywhere.
Well, I know that, but I didn't think Burger
King's
King
bigger
would
than
be.
KFC.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I just never really thought about it like
it's
that.
because you don't get Burger King very often.
Yeah, that's true. I don't.
Because your wife hates it.
I love it.
I love it too. They're little onion rings.
Yeah, those are bomb.
I slide one of those over my dick. Pay the dog to eat it off. What?
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
And, okay.
And here come the authorities to collect me. Well, I'm glad that you shared that story because I had not heard that.
Yeah,
I think it's an interesting take because I think you could go so many different directions with it.
Yeah, it really could go a lot of ways.
Yeah, she could have been doing that because maybe she was trying to let you guys know that she was about to get picked up by an abusive husband.
And she was just trying to say...
she wanted you guys to stick around to watch her walk into the parking lot because she didn't want to get beat.
That very well could have been. I don't know. She was a very nice lady.
Do you remember her name?
I don't. Wow. I know. I really suck.
Yeah, that's not good.
I know.
Because we could have maybe sent through the waves, like, hey, if you're Eileen who works at Frisch's, did you go to Bridgewater or did you go to the one over here?
The one over here on the west side.
The west side of Hamilton. Please let us know you're okay.
Yes.
Did you think that my friend and his wife were homeless?
It's okay if you did, because we were dressed pretty bummy. I think Emily was in pajama pants.
That's what most of Hamilton wears anyway. You can't go anywhere without seeing some broad
that's
SpongeBob pants. So. All right, well, very cool. So we've been blessed the last couple weeks to have days off. You took a couple of extra days off. I'm taking an extra day off on Tuesday, just to have an extended period of time off without having to use so much PTO. You're really scared me. You keep looking around like you've got an agenda, like you have something that you need to fucking do. You're looking like at Oliver the cat. You're looking at the floor. You're looking at the ceiling.
Now I have all this freedom. I don't have to hold a microphone.
Act, we're getting rid of this because you're tripping me the fuck out. Like every time I look at you, you're like fucking Ricky Bobby in it. You're like, I don't know what to do with these.
I don't know what to do with my hands. I guess I can do it.
So have you seen anything good lately over the last couple of weeks that we've been away? Anything that you want to tell the fans about, recommend, tell them to stay away from?
Well, me and Emily went and watched the new Avatar, The Way of Water, on Friday. And I don't know how I feel about it. I think I need to watch it again. Maybe not in 3D, but it was very, very cool to see in 3D. I definitely recommend seeing it in 3D if anybody goes to watch it. And I definitely recommend to go see it. I don't think it was a bad movie by any stretch, but I think that it maybe could have been done a little better considering they had like 15 years between this one and the first one. It just seemed a little all over the place. It was very sad too. I know I already kind of talked to you about it, but the scene, they like hunt and kill what's supposed to be like a whale of that world. And Jesus, is it sad? I cried like a little baby. It was pretty terrifying and sad. But yeah, besides that scene, it was a pretty good movie. I definitely recommend if you have kids, you maybe cover their eyes for that scene.
Yeah, what a weird flex for James Cameron to put that in there.
I mean, I guess that's like kind of showing what we probably do to whales still to this day, I would imagine.
But we don't want to be bothered with what's going on in our world.
Yeah,
we watch movies to escape this bullshit.
It definitely is like a take on like how shitty humans are, essentially. But it's a good movie. There was a lot of storylines they had going in it, and I think it's because they were trying to set up more, because they have like 4 more movies coming out in this series. And I think maybe they were just trying to set too much up in one movie. I think they kind of needed to maybe dial it back a little bit.
I think that by the end of this whole fucking thing, the steam is going to be completely gone out of the movies.
I kind of agree. They waited too long.
They wait too long to put them out, and I do realize that the next 4 are going to come out fairly well compared to what the wait was this last time. Much quicker succession.
Yeah.
But I still feel like the steam's going to be out of it. I don't think that he's going to be able to maintain a $2 billion gross for 6 movies.
There was a lot of foreign people that came to that movie while we were there. Like, I'm not saying that it's like, I just think those kinds of movies do better overseas.
Yeah, they do.
Like, I think in Japan it would do very well. I think that's like that seems like something that would fit in with their culture and what they enjoy quite a bit. I'm not saying they do. Maybe they don't, but I think they do. I don't know. I think it was good. I think a lot of people enjoy it, considering it did do what, $2 billion or something like that.
It's done $1 billion worldwide so far.
Okay,
but it hasn't even began to make a profit.
Oh my God! How much did they spend on this?
A ridiculous amount. Like, I read an article where when it crossed the $1 billion mark worldwide, that they still had not turned a profit for it.
Oh my God!
That's why I'm saying the steam's going to be let out of this. I just don't think you can maintain it.
No company will want to pay to get the other ones made.
Exactly. Well, I guess that they're mostly done now. I don't know. He's making like back to back.
I did hear they had filmed, I think, 4 the other ones already too.
Yeah.
But it's weird because a lot of it's like so CGI'd, which the CGI looks crazy good. Like, the people look very realistic. It's kind of weird that they have so much filming to do, I guess, for like the background and stuff.
Yeah, it's all like post.
Yeah.
Like in editing and stuff.
That makes sense.
Taking out those green screens.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That probably takes way longer than actually filming the live.
Yeah, that's true. The editing even for this does take a couple hours, even just for an hour episode, because you have to like analyze everything, and I don't know. It does take a minute. So I'm assuming for a movie it would be like 4 times as long.
Hella bad.
Yeah.
Like, I like how you were reaching for someone to feel sorry for you and your 2-hour editing of this podcast.
I don't know. I don't want people to feel bad. I like
James Cameron's over here making a magnum opus.
I think I need to make movies now. I think that's my next step.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
We're witnessing Steven Spielberg here, ladies and gentlemen, finding himself in the world. He knows what he wants to be when he grows up.
I think I just want to be a producer.
Okay. Well, hey, to each his own.
Yeah.
I'll support you in whatever endeavor you have going.
Well, that was the big movie I saw. I did also watch No Time to Die, the newest James Bond, but it was on Prime. And fucking best James Bond with what's his nuts in it?
Daniel Craig.
Yeah, Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
It was by far the best one out of all of them.
Best one, don't know the guy's name. Best James Bond ever, though.
Yeah. I don't want to say the best James Bond ever, but the best with Daniel Craig in it.
Okay, I respect that.
Because it is a pretty long movie, but the whole movie, there's like still action in it. Some of the other ones, they're like 2.5 hours long. And like halfway through, I'm like, Jesus Christ, can we get some fucking action in this? It's so boring.
Yeah. You tend to migrate towards long movies.
Yeah, I think I do.
Worlds. You like worlds.
Yeah, I don't want just one movie.
Yeah, you don't. You want to be completely engulfed.
Yeah. Speaking of, I need another Screamers movie to come out. I was thinking, I keep seeing it on Prime now, and I'm like, man, I kind of want to watch it again.
Made like 40 years ago.
I know, but they should make another one. It would be sick now. Could you imagine what they could do with it?
They could do a lot.
It'd be so good.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's what you produce.
Maybe
that's the first movie you produce. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Because I think while you do that, I'm going to write the direct sequel to Jingle All the Way.
Oh, okay. There we go. With Arnold in it.
Jamie.
Yeah.
And all of them.
Oh, it's so cool.
Put the cookies down.
You can't bench press yourself out of this one. That part's so funny when he says that. R.I.P.
Yeah, I know. Phil Hartman.
I know.
Crazy bitches in the world. Killing their fucking men. All right. So those are all good things. Did you see anything you didn't like? It seems like you had pretty good luck finding films over the last couple weeks.
I don't really think I have watched anything I didn't like.
Well, that's cool.
Those are really only 2 new things that I've watched that were like actually new to me. One of them obviously new to a lot of people. The other one been like a year now since it's been out. But yeah, I don't think I've watched anything else that's been bad.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad. I watched something fucking horrendous.
What was it?
Black Adam.
Was it bad?
Oh my god, dude!
I feel
It's
like it
so bad.
was it PG-13.
It was PG-13.
Man, you got to make that rated R.
It was so bad.
Any anti-hero has to be a rated R
It was
movie.
so bad.
Really?
It was so bad.
What was wrong with it? Just bad
Everything,
story?
like it was just stupid. It was formulaic. Like you knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
The Rock looks 70 years old in it. Which was weird.
Yeah, that is very weird.
And I think what really hurt it for me was, there's been a lot of shakeups over there at DC, and James Gunn has taken over DC, and he has basically said we're no longer going to be using like any of the past people.
Really?
Yeah, like they're all out. Like
Man,
the Aquaman you've seen, all those they're done.
That's so dumb.
And there was a post-credit scene in Black Adam with Superman.
It was the new
It was probably going to be fucking bomb with Henry Cavill
Oh,
as Superman and then The Rock as Black Adam.
right.
But it's not going to happen because Henry Cavill is no longer going to be Superman.
Man.
So I think maybe that was one thing that really turned me off of it going into it.
Yeah.
I'm watching this for nothing. Nothing's going to come of this.
Well, it sucks too because even the Peacemaker show, they at the end of that season, no spoil. That's kind of spoils it, not really, but they had all the superheroes come. They did black out. I think Batman wasn't shown.
I think all of them, other than
Jason Momoa was shown. Yeah,
I think he was the only one that they
Was-
showed, like
right.
he spoke. And,
right. So I wonder if they're keeping him then because he seems to still be around in it.
yeah, well, and it's funny because James Gunn did the Peacemaker show, and he's the one that took over DC Studios. So maybe I don't know.
So did Zack Snyder just decide not to do him anymore, or did they kick him out?
Just not fucking with Zack Snyder anymore.
That's kind of a bummer. I like his movies.
Yeah, I mean they're visually very like cool movies, but James Gunn has done a lot. I mean he does Guardians of the Galaxy. He did those for
I forgot about
Marvel.
that. Yeah.
So I'm anxious to see what he does, but DC just keeps like reinventing itself, and we're like 20 years now into like the Marvel universe. There's no way DC's ever going to be able to catch up.
That's kind of the problem with these superhero franchises. Besides Marvel, like a lot of and Marvel even for a long time had problems getting people. They changed the Hulk 7 times. But yeah, like I feel like that it's a hard time because you have to get actors young enough to be able to go through 20 years of movies and not age like crazy old. And then you also have to be able to get them out fast enough to where people are still interested.
Yeah,
I feel
they're relevant.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think DC's just had a very hard time with keeping. Well, they've always had a hard time with keeping people in those roles. Batman's now changed 17 times too.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I mean, I always will. I'm a DC guy.
Me too.
I prefer those heroes more than I prefer Marvel.
I agree.
Marvel, hey, they got it going on. I'll give it to them. Their
They
movies
do.
are entertaining as fuck. If you want
Mhm.
to sit down and just be entertained for a couple of hours, Marvel's fantastic. I just really want to see a well done like Swamp Thing. Another really good Batman, a good Superman.
Well, and I like DC, and maybe this was just because Zack Snyder did some of those, but I like how dark they are. They're a much darker universe than I feel what Marvel
Absolutely.
is.
There's a lot of low hanging fruit there. They could easily be making these R.
Yeah.
And just totally revitalizing.
I get why they
brand.
don't though, because they're trying to attract kids to it as well.
But this is what DC's got to learn. They're always going to play second fiddle to Marvel.
True.
Don't do it. Don't try to steal a fan base from Marvel because it's not going to happen. Because Marvel, again, has had 20 years to build its fan base.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Go for a small, niche, area targeted audience. Let it be adults.
Yeah.
Let it be like real comic book people. Let it be the people who really enjoy those stories. Make them R. And maybe not have something that's as financially successful as Marvel, but put out something that's quality that fans will enjoy.
Yeah, I would agree. Well, and it would also be cool to have that, like, obviously, like you said, get entertained through Marvel movies. But then if you're like, man, I kind of want to watch something kind of like darker than normal, to go flip on a DC superhero movie and be like, oh shit, this is like how superheroes should be.
Yeah, like Watchmen. A lot of people had a lot of problems with the Watchmen movie. I loved it.
I thought it was super good. Yeah.
We definitely need more stuff like that. That's why The Boys on Amazon is
Yeah.
so good for us.
Yeah.
I feel, because it's hard R.
Mm-hmm. And it's like really bad. Like
yeah,
it borderline maybe shouldn't be rated.
Yeah, they should. It shouldn't be so easily accessible to the youth of America. But yeah, Black Adam. I would not watch it.
It's been on
It's
HBO Max for so long, and I keep wanting to watch it, but then I keep feeling like I'm going to be let down.
It is so disappointing. Don't do it. But on the flip side, I have been binging on Paramount Plus Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone. Dude, I got to give you my credentials so you can get in on that Paramount Plus.
I need to.
That show is.
It looks so good.
It is so good. Like Sylvester Stallone's such a badass.
Yeah.
And
he's old as fuck.
He is, and he's fucking still just jacked, man. Like in the movie,
so
he's so
crazy.
fucking jacked. It shows him with short sleeves on. He's got all these tattoos that he just recently got, like in the last, 20, 30 years when he was 40, 50, 60 years old.
Right.
And he's a beast in it. It's a super good show, and I know you would really enjoy it. But
Yeah.
highly recommend if you have Paramount Plus, Tulsa King. We've also been trying to go back through and do the whole Yellowstone thing because now they have the 2 spinoff
Right.
shows. There's the Western, like 1883, and then Harrison Ford's
Isn't-
one,
yeah.
1923.
Right.
I've been watching 1883. It's been solid. It's got some good actors in it. Sam Elliott's in it. He's a badass.
Right.
Tim McGraw's in it. He's really good.
Yeah, I forgot he was in that.
Yeah, like he's really good and he's a good actor. And I've watched most of the season, but I'm still like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I could care less if I watch it or not.
I kind of see what you mean.
But Harrison Ford's in 1923, so I really want
To get to that.
get into it,
Right.
to get there.
Have you watched Yellowstone?
Yeah, Amber and I watched the first probably 2 seasons a couple years back when we first got like Paramount Plus or whatever
Right.
it was then, because we don't have cable, we just do streamers.
Right.
And we really enjoy Yellowstone. Yellowstone's a good show. At least it was the first couple years. I've heard now people are starting to complain about recycled
Material.
yeah, but I don't know, because I also want to be in a world. I want to escape into a world. Like, paint me a picture. I thought, this is so cool. They've made this Yellowstone show, and now they're going to make all these prequel series.
Right.
Like, that's a really cool idea.
Yeah,
Like,
that's super
show me
cool.
where, like, the great-grandfather who's mentioned in
Well,
Yellowstone.
and that's a
show me
good
him.
good way to do it because you don't need the same people for it. You can cast everybody differently.
And it's a one-and-done show. Like,
Right.
1883, that's it. They made 10 episodes,
And
that
that's
show
it.
is done.
Okay.
Now we're doing 1923.
Probably be the same way.
Same way, and they'll, so on and
Right.
so forth.
Which I enjoy. The limited series way is a good way to
Oh,
go
yeah.
too,
Yeah.
because you can do something that, like, nobody's going to sit down and watch a 6-hour-long movie. But if you break it up in 6 episodes that are an hour long, then you'll have millions of people watching it.
Exactly.
And it seems so dumb that you have to do it that way, but like that's just how people are.
Yeah, it is. You're 100% right.
But it does. I understand why it is popular that way because it does give you a break point if you do need to go take a break and not watch something, or you have to go do something. Like, you can just watch 2 episodes or 3 episodes and then be like, okay, I'm going to save the rest of these for tomorrow
Right.
or
You're
something
in
like that.
control of it.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, you can dictate,
Right.
like, I'm going to watch all this weekend. Or
Yeah.
I'm going to watch half of it or whatever. But, yeah, like, I think 1883 is really cool because it's very accurate,
Right.
I feel. And it talks about, the Oregon Trail.
Oh, that's
so
sick.
Like, there's parts of it that are sick as fuck.
Right.
But it's a lot of talk, too. It's
Okay.
a lot of talk for 5 minutes of, like, something crazy.
Right. I see what you're saying.
So, like I said, I'm kind of invested, kind of not. But,
I did forget. I did actually watch another thing unless you had something
no,
else.
that was it for me.
I started watching the Willow show on Disney Plus because I fucking loved Willow, the original movie. It was so good. The show so far is definitely targeted towards, I feel like, a younger audience. There's a lot of like goofier things they say. It's not sticking to like how the original was, because the original's pretty dark.
Yeah.
And kind of like scary, I would imagine. Like, when I was a kid and I watched it, I was fucking terrified. But the coolest character was the dude with the skull mask that like served the queen. I forget what his name was in that, but that dude was my favorite. He was a fucking badass. He comes back in like a vision thing in this, and he's like,
cool.
he fights the main lady, or it's like the queen's daughter or whatever. He like fights her for like a brief second, and it's so sick. Like, he's fucking, I don't know, it's just so cool. I like got chills when I saw his mask show up in the thing. I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
That's super cool.
And but yeah, the show's been pretty good. I'm pretty hooked on it. I'll definitely finish it.
Okay, are they dropping one a week or two a week? Or
I
what are they doing?
think it's one a week. It may already be all dropped. I'm not sure. I just now started watching. I think it's been out now for a little bit.
I thought it had just came out like at Christmas.
Maybe it did. I don't know. I think I'm
saw.
4 or 5 episodes in right now.
Okay.
Let me see here. So a new episode will be Wednesday, January 4th, and there's already 8 episodes. Or I'm sorry, there's gonna be 8 episodes total, but they have 6 so far out.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. There's the boys' recommendations. Go check out Avatar. Go check out. That's badass.
This is when he shows up for like a little bit, and you're
cool.
like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah, that nostalgic stuff, man. That's where it's at these days.
I
The
think.
older you get, the more you appreciate.
Well, I think that's why I enjoy it so much, because it's very like it reminds me of when I watched it as a kid. I did watch Willow with Emily because I wanted to show her it because I thought she would like it because she's really into Harry Potter and that kind of stuff. I was like, it's kind of similar to that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
when
not.
the guy was in Harry Potter.
Well, yeah, that guy's in literally everything. I think
that
they
requires a small actor. Yeah. Well, yeah. So, that's awesome. So, go see Avatar. Check out the new James Bond on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Check out Tulsa King on Paramount Plus. Check out Willow on Disney Plus.
Hell yeah.
If you were interested in Yellowstone, or if you're not or already watching, it's like the biggest show in the world. I didn't know this, but like Yellowstone is huge.
It's huge, yeah.
But if you haven't, kind of dipped your toes in that water, I mean, it's good. It's solid. It's well made.
I need to watch it. I haven't seen any of it at all.
Well, see, like before we pick back up with watching the rest of Yellowstone, I wanted to watch the prequels.
Well, yeah, that makes sense to me. I mean, it's just like if I go back and watch all the Star Wars, I'm starting in order of how they go. Even with all the little shows and stuff they've added, like I watch it in that order now. It's just how I am.
I think that's how you need to do
it.
Because it can get confusing as shit.
It
man.
can,
I'm already confused watching 1883 because I'm trying to piece together, like, okay, well, who the fuck is Kevin Costner's great-grandfather in this? Like, I'm trying to tie it to the new show.
So maybe you should watch the original show first, or at least maybe a season of it. And then...
I think my problem was that I had watched two seasons of Yellowstone, and now I'm looking for that. I think if you go in clear and you just watch 1883, it'll all come together by the time you get to Yellowstone.
I gotcha. Okay.
I, however, fucked it up by watching a couple seasons of Yellowstone, so I'm looking for shit.
Okay.
That you, being a first-time viewer,
wouldn't be looking for. Okay. But then maybe when watching Yellowstone, I'd be like, oh, shit, that was that like, guy's granddad or great-grandfather.
Talking about.
Right, okay.
Them, like that kind of thing.
Okay.
So, yeah, I definitely recommend it. But Paramount Plus is actually coming in clutch lately, man. They've got some quality shit on there.
I've been wanting to get it for a while.
I'll hook you up with the credentials. Like, it's no joke. I'm not going to Netflix anymore. I'm not going to Hulu. I'm going Paramount Plus. They got Top Gun Mavericks on there right now.
Hell yeah.
They've got all the bangers.
I just feel like Netflix lately has been kind of disappointing.
It has. It truly has. If it wasn't for like 3 or 4 things they put out a year, I would say adios to it.
Yeah, because Stranger Things, I love watching that one that comes out. Yeah. There's a couple other. Their little Marvel shows that they had on there were super good. Yeah. I don't think they're doing any more of those.
I think it's all going to be on Disney Plus.
Oh, is it all moving there now? Yeah. I wonder if they'll still be as dark as they were because
they're supposed to be.
Because I think the shows were all like MA or rated R at least.
Yeah.
Because The Punisher was super good. Yeah. I loved their Daredevil show on there. I don't know how well people really enjoyed it because I don't know how well it's stuck.
It's coming back to Disney Plus.
Is it?
With the original cast and everything.
Interesting. Okay.
So definitely be on the lookout.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
I mean, Netflix is good for documentary series.
Yeah, that's
what
true
I like.
too.
I like watching like the serial killer shit on there. But yeah, I mean, it's dumb expensive, and I feel like the content's not as good. But,
yeah.
All right, we spent a lot of time talking about that, I feel.
I know.
I apologize to our listeners if you're not into that. But it's been a couple weeks, so we had some shit that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Again, we mentioned this in the season finale of season 1 about have you heard anything good lately? Because we wanted to start talking, ramping up, getting people amped for artists. And, I even put something about this in our Facebook page. Indirectly, I posted like a meme that said, I think the real reason this generation's so angry is because their music sucks. And we did have some people come back and show kind of what they were listening to, because I did ask, like, what's everybody listening to lately? And before, you and I go in, I just wanted to give a couple shout outs to people who actually engaged with us on the post. So Alex got on there, your buddy Alex.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell at first if he was being sincere or not, because you never can tell with your friends.
Yeah, I know.
But he posted some like Janis Joplin.
Oh yeah, that was serious. He loves her.
And then he posted Philip Bailey and Phil Collins, "Easy Lover," which I hope he was being sincere about, because that song is a fucking banger.
It is a banger. He was definitely being serious.
Yeah, so he posted that, and then you got on there with the Cataract, Top of the World.
Oh yeah, if you haven't checked that song out, go look it up on YouTube.
Yeah. And then, like, your wife got on there and was talking about Samuel What in the Butt, which I highly recommend watching the music video.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny. But so, what have you heard anything? What have you been rocking out to lately?
I mean, since we've been off, I haven't really listened to a whole ton of music. I normally listen to a lot of it during the workday.
What have you been listening to at work?
Well, I did listen to a band called Accept from like the 80s. Well, I think they still do stuff, but they were the first like 3 albums they did were the best, because they still had their lead singer, who then left after that because he didn't want to be too commercial. At least that's what they say. I don't know. And he also kind of looks like my friend Zane, which is very odd, but he's pretty good. He's a pretty good singer, and it matches their music very well.
That's funny. We were listening to that in the car. They've got like that 80s.
Yeah, it's definitely the 80s
like,
metal, yeah. But the lead singer kind of sounds like the guy from AC/DC a little bit. So. It's like very similar, but it's harder music, which is kind of cool. I don't know.
Yeah, I would agree. It's like the vocals are very much AC/DC, but the music is very like Metallica.
Yeah,
like old Metallica.
So I've been enjoying them just because they've been around obviously forever, but I've just now kind of listened to them. It popped up on like my you might like kind of thing, and I always like looking at that every once in a while to get a little something new. But yeah, so I'm pretty much them. There's been a couple others, but I listen to like a lot of the same shit every day.
We also listen to our own podcast a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Scrutinizing it. Like, why the fuck did I say that?
Yeah, I take notes. I'm like, man, I say these words a lot through this podcast. I sound like a freaking idiot.
Yeah, I definitely take notes, like mental notes and stuff.
Yeah.
So we are trying to get better for you people. It's not like we just pump this out. We're like, you fucking deal with it. Like, we are trying to get better at it. But so, like, I've been listening to, actually for several months, since like late mid-summer on, I've been listening to a lot of Zach Bryan. He's blowing up right now.
Yeah, you've been talking about him a lot.
Yeah, he's like really blowing up, and I'm really happy for him because he's fantastic. He's already probably my all-time favorite, like, male vocalist, like solo vocalist.
Yeah, that song you showed us in the car the last day we went to work was really good.
Yeah, he's just different. Like, he doesn't want to be labeled, like, they've got him labeled right now as country, but he's not really country.
Right.
But he's fantastic, and I'm just really stoked because my wonderful wife got us tickets to go see Zach this coming summer at Railbird Festival in Kentucky. I'm so hyped. And like, I'm a member of the Zach Bryan Facebook group, and it's a bunch of really cool people that get on there, very positive.
Right.
And I've been engaging a lot in there. I've been talking with Zach Bryan's dad.
Oh shit, that's sweet.
That's pretty fucking dope.
Yeah.
So really, that's the only thing I've been listening to is Zach Bryan, because if you haven't heard his last record, American Heartbreak, it's phenomenal. It's like 38 songs. It's so good.
That's awesome.
Then on Christmas, he dropped some new live album from Red Rocks, and it's super good.
I'm just glad there's people doing new stuff that still sounds good.
Yeah, it gives me hope.
Yeah, exactly. Because recently I feel like I know he's not really probably country, but in the country section lately, like, Jesus Christ, there's been some pretty bad ones.
Yeah, I think it's across the board. I mean, music is garbage.
That's true.
It really is. There's always a few outliers.
Yeah, obviously.
But for the most part, music is just hot fucking garbage. So Zach Bryan and Accept.
Hell yeah, two very different.
Two totally different vibes. If you want to murder someone, listen to Accept. Go the 80s metal way.
Dude, I don't know. I just love.
They're good. I've liked every song you've played. It's different too.
It is a little different.
Yeah, it's not like regular 80s metal.
Right.
The lyrics are pretty different.
Some of them are pretty funny.
Yeah, they're pretty funny. But check them out. Check out Zach Bryan if you haven't already done so.
Yeah, definitely check out Zach Bryan. I mean, come on, he's new. Let's give the boy some love.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. I think. I hope. He could be a pedophile. I don't know. I'm just kidding, Zach. I know you're not a pedophile. I love you. Please come see me.
Please sign my shirt.
All right. So let's go ahead. Let's do a couple beer reviews.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Roheim Sebastian Bach.
We need to get like a cool sound for when we do our beer review.
I feel like we are the cool sound. See, I know I don't have a cool hands-free thing right now, so I have to set my shit down and
bend over like you have spina bifida.
So this week, our beers, one of them I'm sure probably everyone has had.
Yeah.
The other one probably not so much. But the presentation this week is the first one we're going to do is Crystal.
Ooh.
Crystal beer.
Crystal.
Or
my motto, a couple of hotches. Why not?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what the official name is of this beer, but it was purchased and donated to the podcast by my boss at work. So
hell yeah!
So thank you very much, Jen, for contributing to the cause. Oh God, so you have hands free. You're gonna have to help me out here, dude. So this beer is a Peruvian beer.
Ooh, Peruvian.
I'm having a lot of difficulty over here with.
Yeah, look at this. Oh,
I hate you. I hate your guts.
Oh, we've separated the tables.
Oh wow.
Oh my God.
Oh good. So this is an imported cerveza.
Ooh.
Which is Spanish for beer.
Oh, okay. Did not know that.
From the Andes, and it is brewed in Peru.
Ooh.
And it is an American-style lager.
Hell yeah.
Why don't you give a whirl and tell everybody where this was brewed? Who the brewery is that does this beer?
So it was brewed by Union de Cervecias Peruanas Bacchus Y Johnston S.A.A. Lima, Peru.
Yeah. That just sounded like you were trying to Indiana Jones.
Well,
something.
I never took Spanish, and so like I can't get that like accent to like say their words, so I sound very stupid when I try and say it.
All you need to know is that it is Peruvian beer. It's 11.2 ounces, which I thought was very funny.
That was the same as that Holland one. It was 11.2.
Was it?
Yeah, it must be imported. Has to be under 12.
Have to be under 12. Yeah. It is a 4.6% ABV.
Yeah.
And the IBUs were 28.
20. I think it was just 20, wasn't it?
Was that 20 or 20?
It might have been 28. Let me see.
Yeah, it's 28.
It was 28.
Don't
Sorry.
you ever contradict me. You sack of shit.
Son of a bitch.
So let's give it a whirl.
Alrighty. Oh. Cheers.
Cheers down the hatch.
Oh. Tastes like any lager I've ever had.
Wow.
That's actually pretty good.
So negative today. It's not a new year, new you, obviously.
Hey, that wasn't one of my New Year's resolutions.
Did you even have New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, I'm going to start working out a little bit.
Okay. You're going to get swole?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see about that. So let's talk about this. So
All right.
we've gotten one drink. I'm going to go in for another drink.
Yeah, I am too. Let's see here.
I mean, it came out like an asshole when you were like, it tastes pretty much like every lager I've ever had, but you are correct.
It is, yeah. It's very
a
similar.
very much an American lager.
I feel cool drinking it though. I feel like I need a huge cigar
Oh yeah,
with it.
Okay.
And I feel like it would be pretty badass.
I like the direction.
It's like a power move, I feel.
Yeah, well, yeah, because not just everybody has crystal beer.
Exactly.
Is there a sphinx on this label?
Yeah, that's what it appears to be, which
That's pretty tight.
that is
That's
pretty
Egypt.
sweet. Yeah.
Not too sure what the relationship is there.
It's Peru's in South America, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Just wanted to make sure I was right. Yeah, that seems weird. Their bottle's sick. I love their packaging.
Yeah, the bottle definitely has a unique contour to it.
Yeah.
It makes it easy to hold. And because it's 11.2, like my hand wraps all the way around it.
Yeah, so you feel awesome.
I feel like
I feel like Andre the Giant.
yeah, I know. Yeah. No, it's good. So let's. Oh, you got your flashlight on.
Well, there's this little
over
like
here?
badge under the 1922 part, and I was trying to see what it says. I can't really read it. It's very tiny. Mond Selection Bruxelles? I don't know. I can't read it. There's even tinier words under that, and I can't read them. It looks very cool. It looks very official. Like maybe they won something.
Okay. So I mean, we really get into it here at Beards and Beers. We have Grant over here with his flashlight on, trying to read this for you guys, just to
Yeah.
give you a little.
Do you think they sell this in Peru? Or do you think they just import it here?
No, it's the number one beer in Peru.
Is
I
it
did
really?
read
Oh,
that
wow.
It is the number one beer in Peru.
That's awesome. So essentially, it's probably like Miller Lite or something here or whatever. I'm
I would
not saying
imagine.
Miller Lite's number one, but
right. No, you're definitely right though. It's like that.
right.
But yeah, I did read that it is the number one. But I also don't know what the competition is in Peru because I don't know
It's
anything
true.
about Peruvian beer.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe we should get into that. Maybe we get a
should
segment on that.
Yeah, do like beers of the world and
That'd be cool.
start with Peru just because, again, this is an American lager
Right.
in Peru.
Which seems
So
interesting.
I get it. Like they're like, okay, beer's huge in the U.S. Let's try to do something. I also imagine there's probably a lot of expats that live in Peru, vacation in Peru.
Yeah.
and they're wanting to make something that gives them a
Well,
taste of home.
If I ever go to vacation in Peru, I'll probably be ordering a Cristal or a Crystal.
Yeah, we
it's
have
with an
no
I.
fucking clue. It is with an I,
But
there's no accent over like
Yeah.
anything. So I don't.
So
know
I'm
if it's
assuming it's just-
Cristal or if it's Crystal.
probably just Crystal, I would imagine, right? Or do you think
Why?
the I changes anything?
I don't know.
Cristal!
Jesus Cristal. So crushability. How many are you? Can you crush this? Like, what are you thinking?
It seems heavier to me.
It does. It is a little. Heavy.
It's like like a little bit of a heavier lager to me. But then again, I can chug anything. I would just probably rank this a little lower because I don't feel like I really want to chug one of these.
I wouldn't chug this.
Yeah.
I mean, I could, like you said,
Right.
but
So
I have a feeling that it would not be a pleasant experience.
Yeah,
'cause it
I
is a
agree.
little heavier. For me, I'm thinking I'm
I
going
don't
pretty low on this.
I was
actually.
I was thinking I was gonna give it a 2 just because I feel like I can't, like, obviously I can if I want to, just maybe not be that great. Like
I was going 2.5, so we're
2.5?
in the same
Okay.
ballpark.
Yeah.
And again, it's not anything against them.
No,
It's
no,
just
no.
that I want to enjoy this.
Yeah, exactly. I want to sit and enjoy it, not just chug every one of
It's a
them.
very rich
Yeah.
lager.
It
Like, I want-
tastes very good. The flavors in it are very good.
Yeah, like
They did a
you-
very good job.
Like you're not chugging Yingling. And
Right,
To me,
exactly.
this is very much like a Yingling.
Yeah, I would compare it very similar to that.
Yeah.
I would honestly even say this might be a little better. I might like this more than Yingling.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I would have to have a Yingling right now to just
True.
do a true test.
Tits.
Testes test.
True tits.
Tastiness, though, it is very, very tasty.
Yeah,
I'll go 5 on that.
I think I was going to give it a 5
Yeah.
too, yeah.
We'll go 5 on that all day.
All day, every day.
All day, every day. Now, it's a 4.6 beer. So it's slightly higher than a light.
I still think it gets ranked in the light section though, because I feel like you'd have to have quite a few.
Yeah, but that's where it has me fucked up because it's heavy. Like a light beer, I can crush a light
That's
beer.
true, yeah.
I can sit here with some Busch Lattes and Miller Lights,
Well,
Coors Light. And
just to help us out, I did add what we ranked all these. So this would be probably something more in the middle, obviously very high, and then I figured probably pretty low percentage-wise.
So I think I'm going to throw an M. Night Shyamalan twist here.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go with pretty fucked up.
That's what I was thinking too.
Oh, really? I thought you would go more with like fucked up.
No, I just think, I mean, I get it's 4.6, but that's not much higher than like a Busch Light or a Miller Light or anything like that.
Well, again, what it boils down to for me is the quantity of which I would have to drink.
Yeah.
And these do have that like I said, a Yingling is what I'm comparing it to. Like if you're going to drink all day, you could definitely drink Yingling all day, but you're not going to like college boy fuck them up like you do Busch Light.
Right, exactly.
Or, so even though you could feasibly get a 12-pack of this, which is what I have, is a 12-pack, and you could probably sit and in a few hours drink them all, I feel like you're going to get full before you get real fucked up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Especially if you're eating with it, or like if you have it with maybe dinner or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just not going to be drinking a 12-pack of these. This might be kind of more like sitting down for the evening or something and just be like, yeah, I kind of want a beer. Maybe have one or two of those, but not really trying to get drunk necessarily.
Yeah, I would say two most.
Yeah.
In a sitting.
Yeah.
It's a good beer, guys.
It is very good, yeah. Like, I feel like we're talking bad about it, but it's delicious.
It just has its place.
If that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like it, it's not for partying.
I definitely recommend buying it though. If you see it anywhere, I don't even know where the hell you'd buy this at. I guess like a Jungle Gyms type deal.
I imagine so because it's imported by Latham Imports out of Fort Worth, Texas.
So, I mean, they probably sell it all over. You probably just have to find the right place that sells this kind of beer or like different types of beer.
Yeah, for sure. So are you a stud or are you a bitch if you show up to the party with this?
Man, I say stud.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you're not going to get hit with a lot of Peruvian beers when you're partying.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and everybody's going to want to try it too. They're like, oh, dude, a Peruvian beer? Hell yeah.
But here's the thing. Let me M. Night Shyamalan you again.
Oh, God.
Are you really a bitch? Because we've been saying the last 5 minutes, you're not going to get drunk on this.
That's true.
So if you show up to a party,
you might be saying,
hey, I'm going to drink 2 beers and I'm leaving.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. Do we switch it?
Man, I don't know. I feel like we now need
a third option.
A third option because I don't think that you're a bitch, but also don't think you're a stud. Because to me, when I think stud, I think, oh, I'm down to fuck. Down
to party.
Party pretty hard.
When I think bitch, I think not really going to drink anything at all.
Or you bring like some Mike's Hard.
Right.
Something like that.
Yeah. Maybe we need like a non-party option.
Stud, bitch, sophisticated gentleman.
Oh, there we go. I think I like that. Yeah, because sophisticated gentlemen aren't there to party and get trashed, right?
No, but like if maybe they showed up to the party without the intention of getting fucked up, but they end up having a really good time while they're at the party, they can still get fucked up on this. We've established you can. It just takes a special kind of person to do it. So I'm thinking maybe sophisticated gentlemen.
I wish I could spell. I think that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Hell yeah.
So Grant's just getting these plugged into the Patreon spreadsheet.
I don't know if I spelled that right, but whatever. Oh my God. Okay.
Can you just copy and paste?
Yeah, I probably could.
Because I think it's clear that what this hands-free mic stand has shown is that you still are not very useful with your hands because you have not spelled or typed anything correctly today.
Yeah, you're probably right. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Because now we have a relatively new view on this.
Yeah.
And I kind of knew this would happen when we started reviewing, that I feel like we maybe needed to adjust certain things of our review.
Yeah.
Because not everything really fits every category, I would
Right.
say.
No, I'm with you 100%. So yeah, I think Crystal, very good beer.
Yeah.
Definitely a gentlemanly beer.
Cheers to Crystal. Oh. Oh my God, Josh is chugging it.
Yeah.
That's good out of the bottle, too. We didn't even pour that out because I forgot to bring the cups down here.
Yeah. No, you're right. That is a really good bottled
Yeah.
beer. There's no funky taste.
Yeah, I don't get any funkiness. And it probably came a long way to get here.
Yeah. That's what she said. Oh yeah, that was probably not the best move for me to chug that.
Now you have to
'cause
go
I
take a
definitely
shit.
am not feeling the greatest, and that is very heavy. No, Grant's gonna do it.
Oh, yeah, that's real heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Oh, yeah.
I mostly just did that because we have another beer to review, and I didn't want that beer to
I
sit
know.
here.
Exactly.
So I was not trying to be a stud there. I'm a sophisticated gentleman
Hell yeah.
trapped in a bitch body with studly thoughts.
Oh, God.
So
I feel like I need to cleanse the palate now.
cleanse the
Do you need an apple?
palate. No, I don't. I have another Busch Light Tall Boy,
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm just not feeling the greatest. So I don't think I'm gonna drink this next one. Then I'm probably done drinking.
Okay.
So
All right.
we have another beer here to review because again we've established the last episode we're going to do 2 beer reviews whenever
Right.
possible because that's our bread and butter. Thanks, sir.
You're welcome.
Let me sit down my mic.
Do you need me to open it for you? I just had it in the top drawer. Yeah, this one up here. Fancy.
Here's your wall transference.
Let me down.
Forgive me for what I do. All right. So I'm back since I had to put down my microphone. You little mother bitch. So our second beer here is one that is tried and true.
Yeah.
Again, it was donated by my boss. She has the hookup on some beer, which is good. I won't dive into that. I promise you it's legal.
Yep.
But she had a 6er of this, and she gave it to me. She gifted it to me for the holidays.
Oh, that's very nice of
I will
her.
never turn down free beer.
Hell
ever.
yeah.
So we are going to do a Leinenkugel product, which I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the Leinenkugel brand.
Yeah, I only have had. I think I've had their summer shandy. That's about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you have not had this?
No,
beer.
I've never had
Oh,
this.
Perfect.
I also realize now that this was a twist off, and we used the bottle opener.
Well, we have the bottle opener down here,
So
and
might
it's
as well
just
use it.
badass, that we have all the tools that we need.
Exactly.
We need to keep drinkware down here, though. We need
I
to get
know.
like a little
I need-
lazy Susan or something.
I wish I had like a sink or something.
You have a basin.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll think about it. So the next beer we're going to have in this one, like I said, not as exciting as the ones that we've tried on the show because we've done a lot of craft. We've done a lot of small market stuff. But it's Leinenkugel, and it's their Oktoberfest. Now, I get the irony here. It's January 1st, and we are getting ready to drink Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
But Oktoberfest beers are probably in my top 3 favorite.
Oh, yeah.
beers.
I enjoy them.
love an Oktoberfest.
I love
beer.
when the fall time comes because then everybody starts releasing all of them.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that. So, Oktoberfest Leinenkugel. It is a Marzen, a German Marzen,
Oh.
and it is 5.1%. So a little bit higher
Yeah.
than the Cristal. 20 IBUs. What are you doing?
I almost went in
Did you
for
drink?
No,
What
I
the hell's
didn't.
the matter?
I almost went and took a sip of it though.
We have a fucking method here. What
I
are you
know.
doing? You're
I am-
fucking up the process.
I'm
bro.
thirsty.
Obviously. Let me tell the the great people about it.
I know.
First.
Sorry
Jesus.
about that.
So it's made by Jacob Leinenkugel Brewing Company, and again, big fan of Leinenkugel. Summer Shandy's fantastic.
Summer Shandy's good.
They have a lot of good products. They even have a couple, I think, IPAs now, which I don't fuck with. But our buddy Dirty Dan,
Dirty Dan loves them.
Dirty Dan probably likes milking the teat of the Leinenkugel IPA, but I do not. So yeah, there's not a whole lot of lead up to it. Standard 12 fluid ounce bottle, brown bottle. Everybody's familiar with Leinenkugel who drinks beer. So
yeah,
I'm excited to see what you think though about this.
I know, me too. Have you had it before?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you have to put yourself in like October 15th.
Yeah.
And when you start thinking that way.
Well, even I would like these over the winter time. I just prefer
it
this
tastes like fall, though.
Yeah, it does, I guess.
To me, it tastes like fall.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I'm going to go in for another sip before we start ranking this. Yeah, that's good. It's got a good flavor to it.
Now, when you took your second drink, did you put yourself in October? Because if you do,
I
it
did.
changes the
It does,
fucking
yeah.
game.
Yeah, if I had this in October, game changer.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's super good.
Oh
my God. No.
Now, what I will say here, oh my God, there's a gargantuan cat. Get ready to fuck it up.
He likes to lay on the computer. I don't know what it is.
It's warm,
No, that makes sense.
Oh, now he's chewing on the gifts that my wife gave us.
She'll be happy to know that a cat's playing with the toys.
Sorry, Boo Bear. Now, I will say, my balls just dropped. I just became a man on air.
Woo!
Mazel tov. So, what the fuck was I going to say? I'm distracted by your cat who's like literally just fucking everything
Yeah,
up.
I know. Jesus.
And, okay. So there is a slight bottle taste.
Yeah, I do get a slight
It's
bottle
very
taste.
slight. So I'm going to try to take that out of the equation when I sip it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a little bit of a bottle taste, but I'm not getting too much of it.
No, it's not huge. It's just at the end. There's just a little
Yeah.
accent.
If you poured it out, probably would get rid of that. Let it air out a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. So with that being said, Oliver the cat, why don't you tell us what you since you're king of the castle.
I know. I can't even see the screen.
Well, we're on crushability.
Okay. I would give it pretty low in that category. I'm not going to want to chug this one.
Yeah, I'm dying right now slowly. So
I was going to give it probably like a 2.
Yeah, I'll agree with your 2 on that. Yeah.
Very-
I mean, I could have, again, like if I'm at an Oktoberfest festival.
Yeah.
And this is coming out tap.
Well, I feel like, yeah. If it's,
I would probably drink several. I could definitely get drunk at a festival. But again, it's all about the situation.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I have to be in the situation to drink this. It's not super heavy for something that seems like more darker than most, I would say, for like a non-light beer, I guess. But so that really has nothing to do with it. I like the flavor of it, and I don't necessarily want to have to chug them necessarily. But I do agree with you. If you're at a festival and everybody's drinking them, like you're going ham.
Yeah, you're getting like one of those souvenir cups.
Yeah.
And it's $6 a refill.
It's probably like
slamming them
32 ounces.
Yeah. And you're fucking slamming them back because you're having a good time with your friends, your family, or whatever. You will definitely get fucked up.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's way easier to do it there than sitting at your couch. You're not going to do that, right? But tastiness, it's quite tasty. For me, I'm at a probably... I'm going to go 3.5 on tastiness.
Oh, okay.
And let me justify this. I don't want to influence. Okay, so you tell me what you're going to give, and then I'll tell you why I gave it. What I gave.
I think I was gonna go like 4. I was thinking 4.5, but I think I would pull it down to a 4. I don't think I need that extra half in there.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So for me, I gave it a 3.5 because even though it's enjoyable, it's a very generic Oktoberfest beer.
Yeah,
It's not doing anything to set itself apart from any number. Christian Moorline to me has one of the best Oktoberfest beers. They're a Cincinnati brewer. Their Oktoberfest tastes very similar to this,
right.
Just kind of amplified.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think I gave it a 4 mostly just because I think the flavor is really good, but like you said, it is very generic. But I don't think it's necessarily a bad beer per se.
No, but I'm thinking of like the Shock Top for October. They put the pretzel twist
Yeah,
to it.
that's true. I see what you mean.
That's what I'm kind of looking for because you've got to be able to separate yourself as an Oktoberfest beer because so many are made every fall.
Right.
Every brewer almost has. There's cat wrangling going on. The TV's getting ready to fall.
Well, that's what I was scared of. He was looking at the mouse when I was moving it, and I'm scared he was gonna knock the TV over.
He's really pissed. He's gonna come back and eat your toes now.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so then how fucked up? So I mean, I think it ranks up there with the Crystal.
Yeah, definitely. I would say very similar.
Yeah, I mean, I would say pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Again, in the right situation, you can drink this and.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god almighty.
Why did you do
all
that?
3 of them. You're throwing a wrench in the system, man. The AI doesn't know what to do.
I know, I broke it. Oh god. Yeah. Oh my fuck. There we go.
You put pretty fucked up. That's how you spelled it. He capitalized the U and the P. Pretty fucked up.
Did you say B or P?
I definitely said B. Stud or bitch or sophisticated gentleman now, I guess. So, I don't know, man. I don't want to be a broken record here with our reviews.
I know.
I feel like it's paralleling the Crystal.
I don't know. I still think you go stud with this because if you're like in the mindset you say when this is supposed to be out, you're in the fall.
If you're going to a party,
and you're going,
a fall party.
Exactly.
Right,
so I think you're going stud because you're bringing this strictly because it's Oktoberfest. It's the time of year you're drinking to get fucked up.
I'll give you that. I'm going to agree with you, and I'll tell you why, because what you just said was the smartest thing I've ever heard you say. Stub. Is that a stub?
Oh, shit.
Over here giving me shit for switching my B's and P's. Well, no, because, if you're going to a party, the flex could be, let me get a case of Busch.
Yeah,
which
that's true.
I mean, I'll never say no to.
Right.
But if you show up to a party with some Leinenkugel Oktoberfest,
you threw some money down for it.
You threw some money. You're thinking about your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
Because can you buy 12 packs of Leinenkugel now?
You can, yeah. I've never seen a case, but I've seen a 12-pack. So
yeah, I mean, it's not inexpensive. I wouldn't say it's necessarily super expensive, but
I mean, it's somewhere in between like craft and like just domestic,
which is pretty crazy because it's supposed to be independent, but it's not anymore.
No, to my knowledge, it's not. It was bought up by somebody else or financed by someone else,
right?
But so yeah, so no, those were both very good beers. They were just different beers than what we
normally drink.
Yeah, accustomed to.
Yeah,
like your situational beers or whatever. So hopefully those beer reviews did something for you. I don't know what. Maybe you fucking fast forwarded it to see what the next dumb thing was we were going to talk about. And if that is the case, then welcome back. You missed 30 minutes of beer reviews.
Hell yeah. I don't think that was quite 30 minutes.
Well, I was just spitballing. Man. Jesus fucking Christ. You get a fucking mic stand and you just think you're the smartest guy in the fucking room. So let's do our norm here because we do enjoy talking about this. It's really more for us, I think,
Yeah,
than for anyone else. But it's the crazy news segment.
Wow, 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 wow.
We have this nice, expensive fucking sound box thing here that makes noises.
I need to
and we don't
add
use
some.
any of it.
I need to add like a news thing, so when we go into this, I can hit like when they play the fancy news music.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And then I need something for the beer review too, so we can go into that. That'd be cool. I don't know what.
I agree. Well, we'll put that on the to-do list.
I did say in the last episode of our first season that we would be better at using this.
I don't think they were holding it to us like this quickly. It's just the first podcast of the year.
Yeah,
buddy.
that's true.
So we have some time. So why don't you hit me with a little bit of the crazy news? What you got?
All right. Well, I did look up the very first story that I did. Well, I don't know if it was the very first, but one of the first stories I did, and it was the stolen bull semen.
Oh, yeah.
I did look that back up. Did not find any update on that, so they must be still looking for it. Probably not going to find it.
Yeah, I'm thinking at this point that bull semen's gone.
Yeah. And then I also looked at the fish tank that exploded in Germany to see if there was any update on that, and there was none. They still think that what caused it was the freezing of the air. I just think it caused a crack, I guess. I was really hoping they would have scientists look at it and stuff like that, but no, none of that.
It would have been slick if it came back and it was done on purpose because there was like a $200 million fish in there.
Yeah, like
and
somebody stole it. That would be sick.
Yeah, that would have been fucking dope.
Maybe that still is where it's at.
Maybe that's the plot of our movie that we're going to write.
Oh, there we go. It's a heist.
It's a heist movie.
Yeah, there we
with
go.
George Clooney and Brad Pitt.
Well, with that being said, I did have a new one. There was a polyamorous leader accused of taking over 20 wives, including underage girls, pleads not guilty as FBI investigates his community. His name is Sam Bateman. He's 46 years old, and he had 20 wives, and some were underage girls, which is super fucked up. His community was on the border, or the Utah-Arizona border, and he was charged with, he pleaded not guilty to kidnapping and tampering with evidence, and then that was from the federal investigation. He also, 3 of his wives were charged with kidnapping, and he was a former member of the Warren Jeffs community. Oh, yeah, he was a descendant of that guy.
Oh, yeah, that guy was a fucking clown.
Apparently, Warren Jeffs in prison denounced this guy as like a non-follower or whatever. But yeah, he started his own community and said he's now the disciple since Warren Jeffs went to prison, essentially.
Damn, dude. There's a Warren Jeffs thing on Netflix. I don't know if you watched it or if you care to. I don't know how interested you are in that.
I love this kind of stuff. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts, man.
I just don't understand how people get into this. I get it's religious based most of the time, but I just don't. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of warning signs before you get into something like this.
Well, and it's crazy. If you go back and read the original biblical story that they're basing this on,
yeah,
it's actually really funny. The guy, I don't know. I don't pretend to know much about religion, period, especially a religion like this.
That, right?
But if my memory serves me correctly, the guy who founded this religion was visited while he was taking a piss in a field, and it was a fucking grasshopper that told him that he needed to take several wives.
That's crazy.
It's the craziest, and I could be way off base.
Right.
There's gonna be somebody who's like, Josh, you fucking destroyed that.
Right.
But it was something like that. He was walking in
something
a field
ridiculous
at night, and something appeared to him to tell him you need to take multiple wives.
That's so crazy.
And people are like, oh shit. That happened to you, then I need to do that too.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird,
That's
man.
So weird. And the underage girls thing, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Why?
Just wait.
Yeah, dude.
Just wait, bro.
You wouldn't have gotten in trouble had you not done that.
I know.
Well, the kidnapping thing probably would have got him in trouble. I don't know how the tampering with evidence had to have come after he knew he was getting investigated.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was definitely trying to fucking cat burglar into...
It was a really long article. I was trying to put the most important things in it, so obviously I wanted to list his name. They said he's 46 years old. And the 20 wives is pretty wild. I mean, we both have just one wife, and I feel like if we took any more, we'd probably blow our brains out.
Oh, shit.
Nothing against them, but
yeah, no, I totally get you.
I just don't know how. I don't know. That's crazy. That whole whatever it's called. I don't know. I forget the church that they listed in it. It was like,
I'll tell you who we need here right now is my wife.
Emily
Because
knows
she
a lot about
watches
this
that
stuff too.
Sister Wives.
Oh,
She's
really?
obsessed with all that. She would be able to tell us everything.
Dude, I just don't get it, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get it from like if I was 20, I'd be like, hell yeah, give me like 10 wives. I'll fuck all of them, right? Because you're looking at it completely different from like a husband standpoint.
Yeah, because he can't provide much for any of them, really.
Well, it's wild. Like the guy, the Cody guy from Sister Wives, multiple wives. They're now starting to like divorce him. He's had like 2 of them now leave him, just recently.
Surprised me.
But they were able to do shit. Like they're building houses everywhere they move. They were building like 4 or 5 houses.
That's great. How does he have that much money?
They were all working, but they like pull their money in together. It's like it's a lifestyle. It's not just a decision. It's not just something where it's like I'm going to have 2, 3, 4 wives. Like you've got to really restructure the way that you live your life.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that makes sense. I do know that in the new like laws or whatever that those like that Mormons essentially follow, that is no longer a thing. Like polygamy is no longer a requirement in their religion. Right. They just have all these little offshoots of it that still acknowledge it essentially.
Exactly. Fucking wild, dude.
Yeah, dude, that shit's crazy.
Yeah, I all the time I'm telling Amber's like, oh yeah, you want to get another girlfriend, another wife? I'm like, motherfucker. Like, I can't keep up with you. Like, how in the hell am I going to take on a second wife?
Yeah, I already know.
A girlfriend.
Exactly. It's just not feasible. I don't want it.
For you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm an old man now. Like, I can't fucking deal with that shit. Very interesting. Well, I think that's going to be one that you can probably revisit.
I think so
like
too. Well, yeah, because he just now pleaded not guilty. That said on Wednesday when I found it, so it would have been last week, right before Christmas.
Yeah, you'll need to make a mental note to follow up on that.
Yeah,
I'm very intrigued by those stories as well. An underage girls, like, I just don't understand it.
Man,
I just do not fucking get it. But. So I mean that was a good one because that was a weird one, but it also evoked a lot of emotion.
Right, and I wasn't trying to start the year off with something super dark, which is kind of is, but I feel like this will be cool because we can follow up the rest of the year on this.
Yeah, like maybe in December we could be like, oh yeah, they electrocuted him. Or
right,
something.
exactly, yeah,
yeah, that'd be cool. Well, and I'll wrangle us back into more lighthearted fare. So on December 26th, the Associated Press released that South Korea has lifted a ban on imported sex dolls.
You know what? I saw this and almost did it.
That's so funny. I don't know, like, if you read the article.
I didn't read the article. I saw the title though, and I like was looking through a bunch at the time, and I almost came back to this one, but then I found this one. I was like, yeah, let's go.
Well,
with this
I'm glad
one.
that between the two of us we covered what I feel is probably the best. Well, it ended up like I read it, and I'm like, oh, they're just trying to get you with like a headline,
like a clickbait type deal.
Yeah. But like I read the article, and it's actually incredibly interesting. Since 2018, South Korea has detained more than 1,000 imported sex dolls. There is like an entire hangar in South Korea full of these sex dolls that people are paying like thousands of dollars for.
And they just aren't allowed to bring them in.
They're not allowed to have them.
That's crazy.
And
well, now they are, I guess.
They were banned, and here's the direct quote as to why they were banned. They were banned because they harm the country's beautiful tradition and public morale.
That's awesome.
So, like, that makes sense. Right? That's a good reason to ban it.
Right.
So then what the fuck happened on December 26th where they're like, fuck this country.
Yeah, I know.
We don't care about the beauty and the traditions.
I don't know. That's crazy.
Take your $5,000 sex doll.
But like, if it's not imported, you're allowed to have it. Or is there laws that like you can't make them there?
I don't know that any are made there.
Wait, I mean, come on, there has to be some
Well,
made
I mean,
there.
Bubba's probably making one out of paper mache and fucking grandma's preserves for the puss, but I don't think they're making like $5,000 sex dolls like they are in like Russia and
Yeah, that's true.
different places like that. So,
That is pretty wild, man. Yeah, I know. I kind of want to know what happened in the government where they're like,
yeah,
fuck
we
it.
no longer care about our traditions.
Yeah. I don't know. South Korea is advancing pretty fast, so maybe that's why.
Could be.
They're getting really into movies and music, and I feel like people are really responding to it.
Maybe BTS is getting ready to release a line of
Oh,
sex
yeah.
dolls.
That would make sense.
I don't even know if they're. I don't know what they are.
I'm assuming they're popular in South Korea, right?
I don't know.
I think they are South Korean
Are
because
they
they're K-pop.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we're idiots. All right, so why don't you hit us with a little philosophical thought of the week?
All right. Well, I have a quote here, and I was trying to keep it, upbeat for the new year. I don't really know how this is going to be taken. Because I don't really know where I was going with this. Hold on, let me read over it for a second. Okay. So the quote is, "Every man is a creature of the age in which he lives, and few are able to raise themselves above the ideas of the time." And it's from Voltaire. And what I really kind of took from this is that we're really creatures of the times right now, where every podcasting is super big. And what did we do? We got into podcasting. But we're trying to be, above. We're trying to do something a little different than most people, I feel. We're trying to give our takes on, even though we're not famous, because I feel like every famous person now has a podcast.
They do.
And I also wanted to say that we're both really not really with the times, because all of our music and movie tastes are from like the 80s or before, or in like 90s and maybe early 2000s.
Right.
But there's not a whole lot of new stuff where we're like, oh yeah, this is great. I mean, there's obviously stuff here and there.
Outliers, absolutely.
But I just feel, I don't know, I just feel like that was a good, for the first time of the year, just to kind of think about, maybe try to strive this year to not be so much with the times as just being, you don't need to be what everybody else is, essentially.
You don't need to be in 2023.
Exactly.
That is fucking deep, dude.
You need to be in
Think about
2024.
No, you need to be in like 1987.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that was a fucking bomb-ass year. Like, I get it. Yeah, that's good, because it's a new year, so people are going to be like making resolutions.
Right, exactly.
Trying to change things up.
Yeah.
Let's, fuck FOMO.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, do your own thing.
Right.
March to the beat of your own drum. Look back, man, because all the good shit's in the past, I feel.
And if everybody's doing their own thing, I feel like the world probably would be a better place. We'd have all these new ideas, all these new cool things coming out. Cool.
All those cool
all the
things.
cool things.
No, that's good, man. That's a good take. And that was very deep.
Yeah, deep
And
cut.
you can't drink. I saw that. I totally saw you.
I forget that this thing's here sometimes.
I'm so glad that it's fucked with you today, because you want to rub it in my face that you have the fucking mechanical arm for your shit, and now you're trying to drink beer and get fucking rejected.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's fine. So then I'm going to leave you on a gear grinder of the week.
All right.
Because, you're the philosophical one of the group. I'm the one that likes to bitch about minutia that doesn't matter. But, I've been having a problem lately, and I want to talk about it.
Okay.
And it's something that I feel like a lot of people can relate to. Maybe not this exact thing. They could probably replace this exact thing with something in their life.
Right.
I want to talk about full throttle energy drinks. Okay?
Okay.
There's very few things in life that I am a creature of habit with. Like I like changing things up. Like,
Right.
Foods, drinks. Like I don't buy just one brand of soda and drink just one brand, right? Like a lot of people are just Pepsi, just
Right.
Mountain Dew. The only thing that I can say is that I love full throttle energy drinks, and I have for fucking 20 years. I drink the fuck out of them. I drink one every day. And
Yeah, you really do. I mean, you have one in the car every day.
Every day. And they are becoming so fucking hard to find that that's in itself ridiculous.
Yeah.
Monster bought them. Monster manufactures Full Throttle. and they're just slowly taking it off the shelf,
Right.
Which fucking sucks. I don't know what I'm going to do when I can no longer get it. Period. But
Well, I tell you what you need to do.
what? Tell me.
Switch to the Aussie lemonade Monster Juice because it's very similar.
It is similar.
It's not the same. I'm not saying it's the same.
Similar,
It
but
is
are they
similar.
going to be making that all the time?
I'm assuming they are because it's been around since they've released it, and I'm thinking what they did is they took Full Throttle's recipe and made that.
It is the Aussie lemonade is a tart Full Throttle.
Yeah.
It is. Like there's
yeah.
a little sourness to it that Full Throttle doesn't have. But you're right. The flavor profile is very, very similar. But here's the problem with even that. It's the pricing. The pricing is what gets me here because so for the longest time I've either bit the bullet and bought like a 12-pack on Amazon
Right.
for $50. Like no joke.
Jesus
Astronomical amount
Christ.
of money. Or Walmart sells them by individual cans, and then sometimes they also have 8-packs. That is, of course, the more ideal way to go. An 8-pack of Full Throttle at Walmart is $11.98. Okay?
Right. That's not.
You can
not
buy
bad.
a can, an individual can for $1.98. So it's definitely more cost effective to buy an 8-pack even
Right.
at Walmart.
Right.
Well, Walmart hasn't been fucking stocking them. Kroger sells individual cans for $3 a piece.
Jesus Christ.
So fucking think about this. Kroger's selling them for $2.98 a can. Right? The last 2 weeks you've been able to buy 2 and get 1 free.
Okay.
So for 6 cans, it's been $12.
And
compared to Walmart where I can get 8 cans
for
$12.
right.
And I think they're fucking with me, Grant. I think that the Monster Company is fucking with me. They've got their stats, right? They're looking at regions.
Right.
They're like, fucking Full Throttle's selling like a beast in Hamilton, Ohio because Josh Vaughn is buying every Full Throttle
Right.
he can fucking
So
find.
they're saying let's give it to Kroger who sells it more expensively.
Exactly. They're like, let's not stock that fucking Walmart up. Let's make him go pay $3 a can for it at Kroger.
Man, I think you're onto something. This is definitely a conspiracy.
It's a fucking crock of shit.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And that's my gear grinder of the week.
I like that gear grinder of the week. I mean, I feel very bad for you because I know how much you love Full Throttle.
I just love it. It does nothing for me.
It's
does
just good.
Nothing. It just tastes amazing.
It does taste amazing. I do love them. And every time I see them, I always pretty much buy one or two
you
at
have
least.
to.
Yeah.
They're
'Cause-
just delicious.
Well, and then, like you said, when Monster first bought them, pretty much when Monster buys something, it disappears. And they no longer make that product, at least. So I know you were scared that that's what they were going to do with Full Throttle. And it does seem like that maybe is the way they're going, which is very sad.
It is. Well, if you'll recall, they had a change in packaging.
Yeah, because
it went from like
a black can to
a
now a white can.
And I'm like, oh, okay, there's hope. They just wanted to pull it, like retool the brand
Right.
or whatever.
Exactly.
And I was really excited. And pretty consistently since like last year, I've been able to get it
Right.
fairly easily. We're now heading into this new year. I'm
And-
not finding it as well.
Man.
And I had to get 2 of the True Blue Full Throttles from Walmart because they were out of the loose, regular, original cans.
Right.
And the True Blue's just not that good.
It's like, is it True Blue or Blue Agave or something like that?
Well, it used to be called like Blue Demon, is what the name of it used to be, and it was made with agave. And then they changed the name because it had demon in it. I'm sure that there were some Karens that were like,
Yeah.
I can't have this.
Right.
They changed it to True Blue.
Which makes sense.
And it does have agave in it, but it's weird. They're masking the original taste. Like
Yeah, and you don't need to do that with Full
You just
Throttle.
don't, man.
It's good just the way it
tastes
is.
good. It tastes good. Just let me have my fucking Full Throttle.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, if you have something that's so good that you really don't need an offshoot of it, like, then obviously, like, but in the same time, like, that's cool and you don't really need that. But then you look at, like, Monster or Red Bull, and they struggle just keeping their original flavors, so they make all these other ones. So obviously their original just isn't that good. Let's just be real.
Right.
Like, obviously there's people out there that like the original Red Bull, original Monster per se, but like my wife, for example, she doesn't necessarily like original Red Bull, but she loves the blueberry one.
Right.
So like obviously they need to do things to make it better. So like don't get rid of Full Throttle. That's what we're saying.
don't, yeah.
perfect just the way it is. Get rid of the blue one, maybe.
You don't have to, you don't have to mass produce it. If it's not selling that well, I get it.
Right.
Just sell it to me directly.
Exactly.
Monster Energy, get a hold of me. I'll pay whatever. Just don't stop making it.
Exactly.
Because I'm going to be one fucking sad little panda.
I know.
When this shit goes away.
Yeah, it is really good.
I mean, I used to, like, when I was 15, 16, working my first job, dude, I would drink like 3 of them in a shift. I love the fuck out of them.
Well, they were probably super cheap then, too.
They were dumb cheap, especially compared to Monster and all that.
Well, it's funny because I remember playing Little League Baseball, and the little concession stand would sell Full Throttle and cans, and it was even dumb cheap at that, in which concession stands normally mark up the price hella.
Back in the fucking Dizzy day, you could go to Speedway and get Full Throttle on tap.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was the best. You go in there and get like a fucking 64 ounce for 69 cents.
Yeah.
And it was Full Throttle, and it was fucking sick.
While we're on this topic, like, man, let's bring back Vault.
Vault's so good, dude.
Vault was so good.
And who just recently, you were telling me somebody had it.
The original Pancake House. They have it on tap. At least that's what it says on their menu, but I still have
You haven't ordered it?
No.
Damn it, we got to find out.
I know. I see it because even when you walk past their kitchen where they have their little drink stand, you see it on the little thing. And I'm like, man, I wonder if they still have it. But then I wonder, because I think who made that? Was it Coke?
I think it was Coke, yeah. It was their answer to Mountain Dew.
Right. That makes sense. I still don't know why they got rid of it.
It was so good. And it was hella cheap, too. I remember, like, you could get a 20 ounce out of a machine, because, like, when you roll to, like, Kmart back in the day, they had the pop machines there.
Dude, I loved
section, and they were like 50 cents.
I know.
And I think they went up to maybe 75.
Right. I don't get why places, I mean, I see why they do, because they probably look at it and it's probably not cost effective to make, or they're not making enough money off of it. But they still have to make money. Like,
you would think.
Come on now.
Well, and that's the thing about Full Throttles. They have a Facebook page. They post almost every day, like, drink Full Throttle. They're still fucking, like, amping it up. You just can't find it anywhere.
Maybe they're having trouble producing it or something. That seems like something that's very common nowadays.
Maybe they needed the bull sperm that was stolen.
And that was what's causing all this. Fuck. That happened around the time you couldn't get them.
I think we're on to something.
Oh, God.
Well, that was my gear grinder of the week. So this has been another episode. With that, we're going to go ahead and say adios to our amigos out there.
Yeah, it's been a long first episode.
It was very long, but hey, this is par for the course, man. It's 2023.
Let's fucking get after it.
Fuck it up, dude. Next episode, 4 hours.
All right.
That's what we're going for. That's when we will have a significant drop-off of listeners.
Yeah.
The downloads will start to plummet.
Yeah.
So as always, check us out. We've got a Patreon. Again, we have 2 subscribers, so there's 2 people out there reaping the benefits of our bonus minisodes.
Hell yeah.
Check us out on Facebook. We're highly, highly engaged on our Facebook, so please comment, do whatever there. Reach out to us through direct messenger if you have anything you want to say. Check us out on the new TikTok. We'll be adding content to that throughout the year. We're also on YouTube. Also, make sure to leave us a review or a rating.
Yeah.
Kelsey left us one. We read it on the air. We gave her a shout out just like we promised we would.
And we'd love to read your review
we
on
want
air.
to read what you think about us, even if you hate our guts.
Exactly.
Give us something to
That would even be
about.
pretty hilarious.
Yeah, I know. I would like to see what you have to say.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking in 2023, do we even fuck with like a Twitter or an Instagram? Because I think Facebook is slowly.
Facebook's kind of
getting
slowly.
phased out.
I feel like it's the older audience still on Facebook.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
do
know.
we do an Instagram? Do we do a Twitter? Let us know. Send us an email.
Yeah.
beardsandbeerspodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. If you guys aren't on Facebook, tell us if you're on
Tell us
Twitter or
where you are.
Instagram.
We'll
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then also, as always, make sure to share the pod with your friends. That's how we get content going, how we get our followers.
Yeah, just word of mouth, man. That's all we need.
That's
just
it.
tell your
just
friends.
Tell them, like, hey, listen to these 2 fucking hillbillies.
Yeah.
They say things wrong. They don't know religion. They don't know history. They don't know geography. They're really dumb. They make me feel good about myself.
Right.
That's fine. We'll be those guys. We'll take that fucking bullet.
Exactly.
So that's been another episode.
Yeah, been another good episode. I wish everybody a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everybody, and fuck you if you don't like us.
Peace.
Bye.